AI is becoming an essential part of the workplace. How do you see it shaping the future job market?
Very, very great question. Okay. So AI is transforming, not eliminating jobs. That's the first thing that I would like to apply here. Like such as routine tasks are being automated, freeing up time for work that requires creativity, collaboration, and critical thinking. For example, customer service roles are evolving from answering routine questions to handling complex human-centered issues. At the same time, new roles like AI trainers and prompt engineering are emerging while traditional careers like healthcare, business, trades, and the arts are embedding AI as a productivity enhancer. So with this is the shift our students need to understand. And that's why AI literacy is just as important today as basic computer skills were a generation ago, as you mentioned. So this is something that I remember as well, because being the first instructional technology faculty and the distance ed coordinator at Evergreen Valley College for more than 2 decades ago, that's where I started with the faculty, mostly faculty, and then gradually students. Now through upcoming digital literacy program, we help students build the adaptability and technical confidence they need to thrive in the AI integrated workplace of today and tomorrow and tomorrow as well. So that's
Okay, I'm sorry.
so that's where we stand when it, that in the workplace, what we are preparing our students for the workplace.
Okay. So, what specific AI skills should students develop to stay competitive in their careers?
Absolutely, yes. So to stay competitive, they need both technical fluency and human strengths. By that, AI literacy, which is understand what AI is and what AI isn't. Then prompting and collaboration, knowing how to guide AI tools effectively, hands-on with these tools, and in the field specific applications. For example, in nursing, this might be AI for patient monitoring. In business, it's market analysis. And then comes the the data literacy and ethical awareness. So understand the story behind the numbers and recognize the bias. These are very, very important skills. And then human skills, of course, first and foremost, critical thinking, creativity, empathy, things that AI cannot replicate. That's how these are the skills to stay competitive in their careers. At community colleges, by the way, we have the flexibility to integrate these skills across disciplines through hands-on project-based learning. Our hands-on coursework across fields like nursing, business, and digital media ensure students are ready for the AI-enhanced workforce.
I really like your reference to the human skills like empathy. Um, Basically, AI cannot do that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional intelligence. So, in a conversation that we had before this tech talk, you referred to AI as a best buddy. How can students
Absolutely.
effectively use AI as a learning companion?
Absolutely. This is my favorite one because we always tell our students often, to bring them into recognizing the AI world, that AI can be your best study buddy if you know how to use it. That's the catchword. So a student can ask AI to explain a tough concept like insulin resistance by using a video game analogy. That's where it'll click and immediately they'll get the concept. So, starting point. So that's how, their the companionship grows. Or a student stuck on a creative project can brainstorm with AI for fresh, unique angles tailored to their audience. Students can even use AI to test their own understanding by explaining a process to the tool and asking it to spot any errors or gaps. In fact, I have done that myself when I started getting my feet wet with the AI world. Okay. The key, use it like a training wheels. More support in the beginning, less over time as your independence grows. But keep in mind never to use it as a crutch. Does that answer your question?
Yes, yes. So to avoid that, what do you think are some of the most impactful tools that can be used?
Okay, here let's talk tools. So we all, I'm bringing in the most common ones that we see: Copilot with Microsoft 365, making it accessible. Then we have the Chat GPT, the famous Chat GPT. There's Claude. They simplify complex terms like content into digestible language. Then DALL-E and Adobe Firefly, they help you build visual literacy and creativity. Then Alex and Conmigo, personalized learning path. Then there is even labs, Otter AI and DeepL. They help non-native English speakers across access content with greater clarity. So these are most common tools. There are thousands to name, but these are tools that are most commonly used, helping our students from career changers to ESL learners. They're helping to engage deeply and confidently with the digital learning. So these are some examples.
You know, another big topic that comes up these days is the ethical challenges in AI. You know, with its growing influence, you know, how can individuals develop an awareness and navigate through these ethical concerns?
Absolutely. That's where we are putting all our efforts in there. So, because AI isn't neutral, it reflects the data it's trained on, and that data often carries bias. Say, for example, in one case, a healthcare algorithm underestimated risk for certain racial groups simply because its training data reflected existing disparities. So we teach our students to ask critical questions. Who, who trained this AI? Whose voices are missing? Who benefits and who might be left out? This mindset is essential. So literacy, therefore, digital literacy today isn't just technical, it's ethical and analytical. So this is the base we start with.
And then there's also misinformation. You know, what steps
Yes.
can users take to verify the accuracy of their AI generated content information?
Yes, you hit the nail on the head, right? So AI can generate convincing content, whether it's true or not. It can be so convincing. So we use what we call the triangulation method. Always verify information from at least two other trusted sources. We also teach students to spot red flags for just like vague details, oversimplification, or fake organizations. So these are things that we have to make sure that the students are more and more aware as they step into the AI world. So in all disciplines, from journalism to allied health, we emphasize contextual thinking and proportional verification, using the right level of scrutiny for each situation. So that's where we start from.
Now, you mentioned earlier that you know these systems are trained by people who have biases. How do they emerge, and what can be done to make AI systems more inclusive and fair?
Yes, that's so bias show up in how the data is collected. So how algorithms are designed and who is at the table creating them. So we teach students to explore real world examples, like a delivery routing system that unintentionally marginalized female drivers. So they need to ask, what could have been done differently? So the data was reflecting, past the historical data, but they're not considering that with time things changed. More and more female drivers got into that job, that workspace. So therefore, they need to they need to question that what could be done differently. So the fair AI starts with inclusive design, continuous testing, and transparency. And while we may not control the data, we have no control over the data, but we can train our students to ask the right questions and, most of all, use AI responsibly. So to answer your question, the main thrust is that we need to teach them, they need to learn how to use AI responsibly.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the future of AI. Or did you want to talk a little bit more about what educators can actually do to make sure that this it is inclusive and fair? Because I do have a couple more questions about what where you see this going.
Yes, it's our responsibility, right? That as educators. So therefore, um, community colleges are at a unique position to lead in the AI education. We integrate AI across all fields: automotive, business, health, media, making the learning relevant and practical. So we also train our faculty. So it's the thing starts from training faculty, training employees in our community college, because we are in the best position um, to educate our students in AI. So we integrate. So we also so at Evergreen Valley College, so we have an online teaching and educational technology certificate where so we've been this is a certificate that teachers from all over California community colleges have been taking and getting trained, especially after the COVID started more and more because of the online influx of online education. So we started in integrating one now that AI is here. So we started integrating that into our courses, and so that as well as we offer innovative online teaching learning initiative at our college. Every week there are workshops, there are seminars and training, and then also in our professional development day, the flex days, we do have AI. So then that's how we start training. We have started training our faculty, and we see that how the faculty is gradually, grasping it, integrating it. So it's in that process. So that's where the role of the educators have started, and Evergreen and community colleges being an ideal place. And now that we have instructors learn how to model responsible, innovative AI use in the class, so that so we started like almost 2 years, AI is here. So gradually, bit by bit, and we can see the change and the difference in the mindset of the educators as well. So now that we are in the process of launching the new digital literacy certificate, this will empower students with essential AI and digital skills for the modern workplace. So, and who's going to be preparing them is the educators. So giving enough training and gradually trying to work on the mindset of the educators is where we can start from.
Right. So let's take it now into where you see the future of AI and digital literacy. What does it look like? So
Okay.
as it continues to evolve, what trends do you foresee,
So
particularly in digital
yeah.
literacy education?
So what So we are shifting what we are, this fast evolving through is showing us that we are shifting from tool-specific training to conceptual adaptability. So from where's the button, when we started the computer skills. So I teach Excel also online, and I've been teaching Excel. So we started, where is the button, where all those, but now with AI, it's the conceptual adaptability. What am I trying to accomplish? We start from that. Okay. Students must become critical evaluators of the content, able to distinguish between AI generated and human generated information. So that's the big challenge there. So what is synthetic and what is real? Okay. So, you have to, even an image, even a picture,
Mm-hmm.
there, it's very hard to distinguish. So these are the um, understanding and knowledge and skills that students need to acquire in this new world of AI. So, and every field, starting from culinary, automotive, healthcare, this is what they are adopting AI. So we are teaching AI collaboration and prompt engineering across disciplines. So that's how, the trend is changing. That's how they're gradually evolving.
Right. I think it's fantastic that your talk began with uh, directed at students. Here's the opportunity. There is no need to feel like this is going to, eliminate jobs that you hope that you would have. It's it's cross discipline.
Exactly.
So I like that your talk began with the opportunities for students and tools that they can begin to use, and then we're closing with what can educators do? What type of professional development do we need to provide to them? So, given that we kind of put an umbrella over this topic, what advice would you give someone, whether that's hesitant about integrating AI into their daily learning or their work routines?
Yeah, that's it brings back memories from the past when it's trying to convince educators and our faculty to embrace the digital world of online teaching or even teaching with technology. And now here comes AI. So if now so many hesitation comes, and obviously, right? So if you are hesitant about AI, start small. That's the uh, main thing that we try to emphasize. That's how we started, and the integration of our educational instructional technology certificate, as I talked about. That's decade ago, generation ago. That's how we started, and now it is integrated in everywhere. So similarly, so this is how we start small, and we have, the expectations are, of course, making being realistic. So use it to brainstorm, summarize, or draft something low risk. So starting small, and I mean, most of us have done that with AI, and it's just 2 years. So and then learn with others. That's another, learning with others. And we call it, the study buddy. And similarly, creating an AI learning circles. That's what we have done in our department, with our division, in our educational technology department with the team, and including being inclusive of our office assistant, of our classified colleagues, with under the leadership of our Dean of Business and Workforce, Dean Angel Fuentes, who is you know, a big, he has so much of knowledge and background of AI. So that really helps. So this AI learning circles helps encourage, we share whatever AI is changing, evolving every day. So all of a sudden something new comes and one of us will, oh, did you see this? And then we start exploring. And so this is how we learn from each other as a team. And so that's another way of encouraging. And so you don't have to become an expert overnight. Just take one step. Experiment, reflect, grow. That's what we say with AI. So AI literacy is becoming a basic workplace skills. So our students deserve to graduate with confidence and clarity in using these tools responsibly. That's our goal. That's our aim. So in order to do that, for our educators, we tell them, go in baby steps, and then you will see yourself. And things will evolve, new things will come, and whatever your fear is, it's just like when distance education or online teaching and education technology started, we were very skeptical, we were not sure, we were confused. Similarly, and now we have all overcome that. Now I have faculty who would not touch online or technology have come and told me, oh my gosh, especially after COVID, when COVID started. So that was a huge, uh, shaker and maker. And so now they are so grateful that they've embraced the technology. So similar with AI, we have to, get into it. The AI is here to stay. So, so we have to win it, and we should be running it, not AI running us.
Right. Well, this is a very, very timely conversation for here in the Bay Area Community College Consortium. There is so much activity going on, and a lot of it has been focused on AI professional development for our faculty. And I think what your talk reminds us of, Nazreen, is that there's a continuum. We can focus on one side of it where, you're the creators, the developers, you're the machine learning expert, but our career programs are about applying that technology, and what you're sharing here is the other part of that continuum in professional development that we need to consider. But those are my closing comments. Nazreen, do you have any?
I just have, some final, my note to educators. I would say, let's model curiosity, responsibility, and openness. And students, I would say, be curious, not intimidated, learn with others, ask questions, develop skills that combine AI fluency and human insight. So, and also I would like to talk about my college at Evergreen Valley College. We are building a future where AI literacy is accessible, inclusive, and empowering for everyone. As a bridge builder in the community college system, Evergreen Valley College uses educational technology to transform access pathways for underrepresented students. Our work focuses on equipping these learners with essential digital literacy skills that enable them to compete successfully in Silicon Valley's demanding workforce. So the future belongs to those who can blend human intelligence with the power of artificial intelligence. And here at Evergreen Valley College, we are making sure that future is inclusive, equitable, and full of opportunity for every student. Thank you.
Thank you, Nazreen. This has been a wonderful talk. Thank you so much.
So I have my contact information here. If, there's so much going, and I would love to, to share more.
Great. Again, thank you so much. And I really hope that this information is taken forward as we go forward with planning professional development for our faculty here in the region. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Olivia. Bye-bye.